Hello everybody, so I'm continuing my Pink Floyd reviews with their 14th studio album, The Division Bell, released March 1994. Now, for the longest time, for 20 years, this was the last Pink Floyd album until Division Bell that came out 20 years later. And and this album I do think is an improvement from Momentary Lapse of Reason. I mean, I don't think it's a great album by any means, but it's definitely another album that's grown on me. I never used to like this album all that much, to be honest, but it has grown on me recently. I ranked it quite low when I did the Pink Floyd album ranking. And even when I did a video of albums that I dislike by bands I love, I included it on there. But looking back though, I think the album has grown on me a little bit since then. It's not a great album, like I've said. This album does have its fan base. I know there's a lot of people who love this. I suppose I like the album somewhat, but yeah, it's still pretty low on my list. But anyway, we're going to go through the track listing. So it starts off with Cluster 1, which is a instrumental. It's okay, it's nothing special. And then we get What Do You Want From Me, which is a great song actually. I love this track. Then we get Poles Apart, which it's alright. Marooned is alright as well. Great Day for Freedom, it's okay. Wearing the Inside Out, I'm not too fond of, to be honest. Take It Back is okay. Coming Back to Life is alright. Keep Talking, it's fine. Lost for Words is decent enough. And it ends with High Hopes, which is really, really good. Beautiful song and great way to end the album. I especially love the church bells on there. I think it's the church bells from Ely Cathedral that they use. Because if you look let me show it close up in the background, that you can actually see Ely Cathedral right there. And yes, I love this cover as well. I actually do like the cover probably more than the album. But yeah. So yeah, I do quite like this album. I don't love this album, but I suppose I like it somewhat. It's a decent album. It's not a great album. It's a decent album. I put it on the same levels as like The Final Cut or Ummagumma, basically. I put it kind of on the same levels as those two. Although I'd say those two albums I do prefer more than this, but this album, it's better than Momentary Lapse of Reason, which, that album, I really don't like that album. But this I do like just a bit. So I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I think that's pretty fair. So I hope you enjoyed this review. The next Pink Floyd review will be The Endless River, and that will conclude my Pink Floyd album reviews. So I will see you then.